decided to do 2 videos today. That's why I'm in the same shirt, because I'm trying to be a YouTuber, and this is what YouTubers do. They stockpile videos to put out later. At least, I guess. I don't know. So, I wanted to do this video, but I want to make sure I chose my words wisely, because I've never done a negative review about anything, but this was also a blog post that I posted when it happened, but I also wanted to put a video out to see if there was any other person that had the same issue. So, if you don't know, I teach aqua size and arthritis in a local pool. And I also teach level 1 swim lessons they're usually 4 years old and up. I think my oldest is maybe 8. So I'm in the pool a lot. And up until now, I was going to a local place called Sporty Runner, which is owned by the lovely Linda Starr, which I love so much. And I was going there to get my swimsuits. And I was getting dolphin swimsuits that were chlorine resistant. They were tight. They held everything in. And they didn't lose their shape. And there was just so much good stuff. But they last about a year. And because I work at a local gym, the chlorine in our pool is on the higher side. But it's the higher side of normal, because we have so many people coming in. So, my dolphin swimsuits usually last about a year and a half. So, I got one, and the sides split. Like, I think I snagged on something. I honestly don't know what happened. But the color stayed. Like, no one knew that it was a year old. So, I was like, okay, well, it's time to get another one. So, I got one from a friend of mine. She was a aquatics instructor, too, and she got it. But I don't know why I don't think she ever worn it. I know she never worn it because it still had the padding in it. But she gave it to me because she said she was not going to teach classes again. So I had that one. I've had that for about a year. I've been working there 2 years, 2.5 years. So I said, well, it's time to get another one. This one's loose. And when swimsuits get loose is when, it starts sagging, looking horrible. And I don't want to look trashy. So I looked and looked and looked and looked, and I was like, man, I just can't, right now I can't put out $100 for a chlorine resistant swimsuit. Lo and behold, swimsuitsforall popped up. Hey, you have, you need to trust your bathing suit and have a chlorine resistant suit. I was like, oh my God, the internet gods were listening. I need a swimsuit for work. So I went, I looked and looked, and I found one that was like $40, and I was like, that's okay. I really can't afford it right now. So I saved it. So, and then I got a thing saying, oh, well, since you're a brand new member, we'll give you 75% off of your first purchase, including sale items. So I was like, okay. So I went back, and it wasn't exactly 75% off of the 40, but it was 75% off of, like, it was almost a $90 bathing suit. So it ended up being $19.98. I was like, well, daggum, that's the price of a Walmart bathing suit. I could do that in a heartbeat. So, and I even have right here the order number. The total was $19.98. I purchased it on May the 25th. They shipped it out on May the 30th. Gave me the tracking number, everything. It even says right here that it was a chlorine-resistant Marathon X back swimsuit, and it gave the style, the size, the quantity, and the price. So I was like, oh my God, I got a steal of a deal. So it comes in. I'm super excited. Super love it. It's heather gray. It's got mint piping. It's got wine burgundy side panels. It's just so pretty. So wore it my first day. And I was telling my ladies in my class, I have usually about 8 to sometimes 15, 16, 17 ladies. And I was like, girls, go to this website. Amazing. Gave me a good deal. Good bathing suit. Blah, 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 blah. And then I wore it again. I wore it all of possibly 4 times, and the beautiful charcoal gray bathing suit, I'm putting my phone right here, has faded. It has faded into this. It's not even a pretty fade. The dark parts are around my boobs. Like, this is what it's faded to. What the hell? This, the back of it, that's right down like the butt. I mean, it's horrible. I mean, that's ugly. I can't even, like, possibly wear this with something over it. It just looks horrendous. So I called Swimsuitsforall, talked to a gentleman, and he was like, I told him the issue. I was very nice. My first thing is yes, I'm Southern. So the thing is we treat people how we want to be treated until you walk on us, and then we're a pain in the ass. So I was very polite to the guy. I said, listen, this is my issue. I just got the bathing suit. I may have worn it all of 4 times. It's supposed to be chlorine resistant. It's not. I want my money back. Or at least let me get another bathing suit. I'll be glad to just let me get another one. Maybe this is a dud. Maybe this is a really, really bad dud. So he was like, well, what we can do is we can apply the coupon that you used to another swimsuit. So what you would have to do is you would have to send that one back. We'd send you your money or credit, and then you would be able to get another bathing suit. And I'm like, no. And I was like, that ain't right. I need it for work. And he was just like, he was very patient with me. And I was like, okay, well, let me look and see if I can find something that I even want anyway. And then I said, can you note the account that I called? And then when I called back, then it wouldn't be me telling this story over and over and over and over and over. So he was like, yeah, sure. So we know the account. I went to look for a different bathing suit, and he said, look for one with color safe Lycra. I was like, okay, well, I think this is let me look. I think this is an Aquabelle swimsuits for all. It's all polyester and spandex. I don't know. So I was like, okay, so I found a 2-piece with a zip, like, vest thing. And I was like, well, that's cool for the pool. And it had, like, bike shorts with it. I was like, okay. So I didn't want to make a phone call again, and they had the chat option. So I went on the chat option, and I said, there's a note on my account if you would read it. I found a bathing suit I like. What do I need to do? And she was like, well, what? And she looked, and she was like, tell me again what happened. So I had to tell her all this happened again. And she was like, okay, well. And then she left and came back. She was like, be right back. So she came back and she said, I spoke to someone on the product line, on this product line, and they said since the bathing suit is worn, you can't get a refund. You can't get a refund. You can't get exchange. Nothing. That it's pretty much, oops, my bad. And I said, wait a minute. I said, and I wish I saved this chat log. It was me going, well, wait a minute, this isn't fair, because I talked to one guy and he said one thing and now you're telling me something else, and this isn't good customer service. So she was like, well, I'm sorry, blah blah blah, and I was like, whatever. So yes, I rudely just turned off the text. I was like, I've had it for right now. I sat on it and I was like, okay, what I could do is I could use this as a backup bathing suit. Something happens, I need a backup, then I have it. But it's ugly as hell, and I don't know what to do with it. So, one night, I was just like, something popped up. It sent me a thing again saying, you should be able to trust your bathing suits. Buy our corners. This sounds like, this is like a slap in the face. Swimsuits for all. Come on. So, I went to their Facebook page, and this is my phone. And, I have it right here, which y'all won't be able to see probably. But it's the text message. Oh, there it goes. This is my messages that I sent with Swimsuits for All. I sent them 2 pictures of the front and the back. This is me reading verbatim, and I'm sorry if this gets long, but it just so tells you my frustration. It says, this is me. I just received an email stating I should expect more from my swimsuit with no fade. I just got a suit from you that stated it was chlorine resistant, and it's faded in less than a month. I work in a chlorine pool and have worn it less than 8 times, and it looks like this. I showed the bathing suit. The person responded, we are so sorry to hear that your recent experience didn't meet your expectations. Please provide the order number so we may better assist you. So I took a screenshot of the order detail, the shipping address, and the item details. So there was all 3 things that they saw that when I got it to when this happened. And let me see. This text was sent on June the 24th. And the ship date on the bathing suit was May the 30th. So thank God I got this bathing suit at the beginning of June. I'm only in the pool on Mondays and Wednesdays. So, I've worn it less than 8 times. And I sent them the information. They said, thank you for providing us with information. According to our notes on your file, we advise that you return an exchange of the swimsuit. How was the swimsuit washed? Really? Like, I don't know how to wash a swimsuit? Okay. I was told by the customer service guy when I called to return it and that I could get another one with color fast for the same price. When I wait, I'm confused by my own typing. It was saying that I could get a color fast one for the same price. And then I set up on the customer service chat with another rep that said no, that I would have to buy it and what I wanted and send the other one back, and there was an issue with it being worn. I got 2 different towels and washed it by hand and hung it out to dry. Like I've done all my other dolphin swimsuits. After my pool classes, I rinsed it with water, which I do. We have showers at our gym, so I would get in the shower, take off my bathing suit, I'd rinse it with water, and I would put it in a bag. And then by the time I got home, my husband would always take it out of the bag, and then he would hang it in the shower so it could drip dry. But we never, used strong detergents on it. We never tumble dried it. You just don't do that with a swimsuit. She said, thank you for letting us know. We will review and go over the information. We will advise you on your proper options. And I was like, thank you. I bought the suit because I need it for work. I teach pool classes 2 hours a day for 3 days a week, which at the time I did do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but now I do Mondays and Wednesdays. She said, we spoke to the product line and they did advise that we can offer you free shipping if you want to reorder another swimsuit. Unfortunately, because it has been used, it can't be refunded or returned. What if I would have spent the $88 on a bathing suit and you're telling me it's trash? I practically threw $88 in the trash. So by this point, I'm just frustrated. I'm getting so many different stories from so many different people. I said, this is horrible. I bought the suit because it said it was chlorine resistant, and it clearly is not. I have been told numerous different things by your company. I will never buy from y'all again, and I will let my friends and family who was going to order because of the specials know that this happened. She says, we apologize. We did speak to the product line regarding your swimsuit and the usage. It is chlorine resistant, which means it lasts longer than a normal suit. We are very, very sorry and will let our team know your feedback. So you're telling me that if it wasn't chlorine resistant, it would have lasted 2 times rather than 4? That's ridiculous. I don't know. And I'm not asking for special treatment. I'm not. I'm asking for what I asked for. I asked for a chlorine-resistant swimsuit that I can wear to work. And that's all I wanted. And this is a swimsuit company. This is a swimsuit company, and they do this. So I will never buy from Swimsuitsforall again. I mean, I understand where some people may buy from them, because if they're going to like the beach, or if they're going to the, we have lakes around here. I live in Arkansas. But if you're going to be doing anything in the pool, I thought that I was going to the right place. I mean, it's a swimsuit company, but apparently not. So, I just wanted to let y'all know this review. I mean, it's not me trying to bash Swimsuitsforall. Maybe they work in other areas, like if you're just going to a water park or whatever. But if you are in a pool teaching classes, it doesn't work. And my ladies in my class even know. What is this? This is ugly. This is the ugliest fading ever. I mean, this is right around my boobs, so it's like boobs and then faded. I don't know. It could. I mean, if it faded one way, it may have been okay, but that's. I mean, what can you do with that? So, I'm just letting y'all know. This is my experience with swimsuits for all. Nothing, again, I'm not trying to do a bad rap. This is my experience and my opinion, and y'all may have better experiences than me. I wish I did. I wish I could come on here and just be like, y'all, this is the best bathing suit I've ever had in my entire life. I will never buy an expensive bathing suit again because I found where to get a cheap one, but I didn't. So I will let y'all go and have a good day. Bye.